Hello and welcome to episode 2 of our Timberborn Update 5 Waterbeaver playthrough here. Cycle 1, day 18, right at the start of our first route. Short 3-day excursion here in dry land for our beavers. And of course, last time, being the first episode, we got stuff set up. I'm not going to say super well because we currently don't have a whole lot of food. But, you know, could definitely have gone worse. We've got a whole lot of stuff. Whole lot of stuff to still get to, obviously. Enormous mod. Tons and tons and tons of possibilities. But, you know, not too shabby here. We do have some water retained. I'm actually going to go ahead and pause that water pump for right now. This little lodge right here is the only thing holding all of this water in place. I hope it sticks around so we can, you know, still have some cabbages growing and able to be harvested. We've got we got some stuff to figure out. We'll just say that I'm going to put this guy back to planting priority. But yeah, as you can see at the beginning of the episode, we had basically zero food. We got a little bit of water. We have currently 15 beavers, and we are trying our best to progress through things and hopefully not get ourselves into any huge trouble here. But preliminary goals for this episode, obviously, continue to progress through the tech tree. But importantly, we have all of these lovely lemon trees here. Currently, they're all dry, but they're not going to die because they last about 2 weeks without water. But the soonest bad tide we can possibly get, I think, is cycle 3, cycle 4, possibly. Yeah, when that happens, these are all dead instantly. So I kind of want to see if we can make it up here and get rid of these blockages, because that would divert a substantial amount of the bad water past at least these lemon trees here, which would possibly make it so they survive. I don't know, we'd have to also fill this in, which, in a normal Timberborn playthrough would not be an issue. But this is the Waterbeaver mod, and things are not easy here. There's lots and lots of ways for things to go wrong. So I guess we'll see what happens. But fortunately, this map was cleverly designed to have a whole lot of these slopes already in place. Now, obviously, there's some areas we're going to have to put log stairs in. But for the most part, if we can manage to make it across this little bit right here, which shouldn't be too hard, I think we stand a pretty decent chance of at least unblocking these blockages. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and just click demolish on these right now, because that's going to make it that much easier for us to, keep these trees alive. But yeah, it's going to be a little bit of an adventure. So I will, I think I'm going to have to leave that open. That one, leave 2 spaces for the log stairs. Yeah, this is it's going to be a little bit of an adventure, but we like adventures. That's why we're playing the hardest mod in the history of Timberborn, right? So we can have some fun with this. But yeah, this is going to have to come down. Ooh, this might get a little interesting, depending on how we have to have stuff hooked up. But when we get over to take care of this, all of that legwork's already done, and we're going to be in, well, decent shape. Our woodburner right now is currently making clay pots, or trying to, because we have our clay pit currently making, well, not currently making anything because everybody's asleep. But we've been trying to get our cooking tent going so we can have some rice balls, and obviously have to have the clay pot. This is trying to make a clay pot, but it can't because it doesn't have the clay, and the clay doesn't have... It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing, but you got to trust the process with this. That's, I guess, lesson number 1 of the Waterbeaver mod is you just got to make it work. It's not really something you can just kind of put a half-hearted effort into and expect to get any sort of actual results, which is part of the reason why we're still on single-time speed. Is I do not want to rush through early game stuff because there's so much more margin for error. Like, see, like right now, there's no water. And there's no food, but there's food to harvest. But if I suck up any more water, and we have 2 days left of the drought, then we're going to start losing our cabbage. And the beavers, fortunately, are all whatever the opposite of thirsty is, unthirsty. So they can go a day, maybe day and a half before I have to turn that pump back on. I want to keep as much water in here as I can, man. You don't want to be on the wrong side of not having any water in here. So, other things to discuss. Lots of really helpful comments, actually, on the last first episode of this series. So thank you guys very much for that. The Pit and Ladder Lodge. A couple of you pointed out that there's actually a spot right up here that we could very, very easily pop this guy. Maybe right about here or possibly here. And that would nest very, very well into the side of this cliff here. And that eventually, you know, because these things stack, I'm going to pause so they don't actually, you know, build this, but you can just build this as tall as you want. It's a lot. It's a whole lot of beavers that can fit in here, you know, but at the end of the day, this is basically just a beaver elevator. Well, it probably doesn't actually have an elevator in it, but you get what I'm saying here. Who needs to build a staircase? We can have a house. Everything's a house. It's the water beaver mod. That's kind of the unofficial tagline of this whole thing. But we'll go ahead and get rid of these. We don't need to have them trying to take care of that. But yeah, I think this is the route we're going to want to go with. And of course, every so often you can have another one of these with the entrance, and then you can make the entrance to the Pit and Ladder Lodge and the large warehouse, quote unquote, kiss each other. He was the mod creator that actually left that comment on the last series. Gave me that idea. But we can have a nice storage tower and housing tower all in one. You know, density's good. Well, at least in this context. So that's all going to be something fun to look forward to. But for right now, our biggest priority is, you know, keep the beavers alive. Don't kill anybody. And just, you know, make it work. So we have all of these pine trees up here. We do have the tapper flag currently turned off. But all of these pine trees, if I can put my fingers on the correct buttons, more or less are in the right range here for gathering. We are going to need to keep gathering pine resin. We're not at the point yet where we can grow more trees. So I'm not going to cut down any more of these pine trees. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to individually mark all of these ever blossoms for cutting. Well, a decent number of them at least. So we can actually still get some wood. Because, like I just said, the pines are going to be pretty important for a while until we can get to a couple different places on the map we're not having access to yet. Yeah, I got to remember that when you have the cursor on the block that the tree is in, it changes color. Helpful information. But they're going to get to work with that. Get some more logs rolling for us. We don't have storage for any of the wood-related stuff quite yet. It's just the buildings that harvest it. We do have storage for rice. We have storage for cabbages. This, of course, is the cooking tent, or will be, once we can, you know, actually make one. Just takes time to get stuff done. You guys know this. It's a very, very familiar issue for us. Disarray here is in need of a shower, it seems, which is another reason why I'm not pumping any more water out of this, because the beavers have to clean themselves. Like we said last episode, in the water beaver mod, if you are dirty, you don't work. So they have to have a special clean fur basic need. And right now we see the one of 15 that isn't. And that's Disarray here currently. But as soon as they're dirty, they're going to refuse to work. And if nobody's clean, nobody works, you're done. It's pretty much over. So really want to make sure we're keeping up on that, and currently it's fine. We got no issues there. So I am going to go ahead, since we are basically just waiting until everyone starts getting thirsty before I turn this pump back on, because we still have a day and a half. We'll just kind of speed through this a little bit. We've got some cabbages to harvest, and then once we can actually get up here to... Oh no, they're harvesting the bramble flowers. We can actually start making kimchi. We could probably go ahead and do that. I mean, I don't have a lot. And by I don't have a lot, I mean I have no cabbage. That's extra right now. We're just not at that point yet. But fermentation barrels. We definitely want to get those going sooner rather than later. So if I can find a good spot. I mean, I guess right here is probably fine, right next to the cabbage storage. Right now this is set for kimchi. We can also make methane. The mediocre chestnut beer we could actually make right now because we have the chestnuts. Just to pause this. Actually, I lied. We have to have chestnut flour. Never mind, that's going to be in like 10 episodes once we have screw presses. We also have half-fermented sake here, which we can make. I don't know what they're going to do with it except drink it, which probably not advisable to drink half-fermented alcohol. I mean, doesn't seem like something I'd want to get into. I'll tell you that much. But right now they can go ahead and start, at the very least, assembling a batch of kimchi. But oh, you know what? You know what I didn't consider is that all, and I do mean all, of the cabbage we had on hand is now in the barrel, and there's, oh no, there's only 6 left. And I've got 3 on hand, and there's 12 out of 20 cabbages in the... Okay. This is a bad choice. Oh, it's a bad choice, but hey, I can't go back on it, so that's fine. We'll just let them do what they gotta do, and cry about it later. That's the way it goes. We do have bramble flowers here, and there is, there's some cabbage over here. We just can't get up there yet. We can build a staircase if we really felt like it, with 20 logs. But for right now, this is just the way it is. I'm gonna, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna mark these. I'm gonna mark these for demolition, so our builders can at least have something going on. But now the drought's over, so I'm gonna turn this water pump back on with great haste. Get that going as soon as we can. And yeah, we see all the water coming in here. Having this opened is going to help so much. So much. But we do still have to close this off, or else all these trees are going to be dead. And this is pretty much the only spot on the map that I could find where the lemon trees are. Now, granted, we can plant lemon trees later. It's not that big of a deal. But I don't think we want to tempt fate here. So we actually just sucked up all the water. Oh no. Oh, man. That is, that's the way she goes, I guess. I'm going to start putting paths in here as soon as they get rid of these various items. Oh, we also have sunflowers. Wait, hold on. Oh, that was the bramble that said it was it's going to die in 1,000 days. Okay. Yeah, and I know what that's about. The sunflower seeds as well. Yeah, we can harvest these as soon as we... You know what I forgot? I forgot is that the lodge isn't passed through. We're gonna have to get rid of it because it's blocking everything. This is the problem of early game water beavers. So that's gone. we don't have any extra beds anymore, but we absolutely cannot have this be flooded constantly. We yeah, it's you know what's going on. The good news, though, is our wood burner is almost fully stocked with clay. And, wait, did we already make kimchi? Oh, no, we just don't have the bramble flowers. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to plant a lot more cabbage. And I do mean a lot more cabbage. So that's fine. We also need to put in another water pump. And I know we don't have the upgrades yet, so it really doesn't matter. And it's going to take a little bit of time before we can build one. But, man, if I had more water, I'd just go ahead and get rid of this guy. So what I'll do, I do want these to be able to be set up correctly to, actually do stuff. So I'm going to build the second water pump here. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'll move the... move this out a little bit so we can have the extension bit there. But this will get moved here, or built here, and then this one can get moved up and to the right a little bit. So they're connected, which of course, if you watched the last series, you know how this works. But the water pump upgrade is actually a building extension that goes between two of them. It'll automatically seat itself right about there. Just imagine they're connected. And it provides a little bit more ability to pump. So Always want to make sure we're in a good spot for that. All right, oh, disarray is at -13. Okay, never mind. Never mind. We're all good there. So, do we finally have... Yes. Yes, 79%. Thank you, Michael Shelley, for taking care of that for us. We are going to finally have a cooking tent, and we can use all of our rice. And we sure have a lot of it. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead. We have all these unemployed beavers. I'm going to have the primitive mines start getting salt again. Once again, to go in the cooking tent. This tooth grindstone probably needs to go somewhere else. Yeah, you know, it definitely needs to go somewhere else. But for right now, I think we're okay. Is this finished? Yeah, why do I not see... There it is. All right, cooking tent. Yes, we've got our rice balls, selected recipe. Of course, we also have braised cabbage. We've got pumpkin chips. And we've got awful stew. I like this new selection dialog they've got. Where now you just click on the icon versus a drop-down list. Looks a whole lot cleaner. It's been a very, very welcome addition. So, this water pump still needs some logs. We have plenty of logs, so I'm not worried about it. We just, you know, we got to get them going here. The logs, mountain salt, rice, all combine. Oh, but there's no water. Of course you need water for cooking recipes. Some of them didn't have that as a need before. At least as far as I can remember. But now we're getting some thirsty beavers. So I'm going to go ahead and super prioritize. Take this off at turbo speed again. Just so we can think out loud a little bit. Yeah, we've got some time before we truly have to panic about water retention. But I don't think we're in a position yet to build ourselves a primitive dam again. We have to have the metal fasteners, which are not hard to make. They're just in the primitive ironworks, but we do have to have coal and scrap metal to do that, and we're not gathering scrap metal or coal yet. I mean, we could, I guess. I keep clicking the wrong button on my mouse. We could have this start getting some coal. You just have to click here, but I think food's a little bit more important. Maybe just a touch. If you think about it, you know, food is pretty vital for survival here. We can also make charcoal if we wanted to use that, but we don't really have a use for that now. We can burn excess sawdust if we wanted to make more planks, which, you know, eventually we are going to need. We do have full storage. So, yeah, I'm going to... Oh, it says brun extra sawdust. I think that's a typo. Unless that's... The beavers have co-opted that term. If that's the in-universe explanation for that, then I am perfectly okay with that. But why don't we go ahead... I'll just mark this whole thing for cutting. I want to start making progress up here ASAP. We really, really want to make sure that's taken care of. Again, to open this up and then also figure out what we're going to build up here. Now, it is possible for us to just, you know, build a lodge here and block the transfer of water, but that's cheating in the Waterbeavers. We don't want to do that. Because the houses can be dams, but you can just pause the house so nobody has to live there. That's not in the spirit of the game. We're not gonna do that. And none of the other tricks for blocking water or getting across gaps are gonna work here either, because we have to be able to block all the bad water. So really, the only way to save this, I'm pretty sure, is gonna be to just build a dam, which, you know, we can do relatively easily. We just have to, you know, actually get over here and produce the stuff in the first place. So our primitive ironworks is going to take the anvil that we have from the broken cart, and we can only have one of these until much later in the game, where we can make the factory out of all this other stuff, which can produce another anvil. So the way that it works, right, is you have this one specific super rare item, the anvil in this specific instance. You have to basically plan the entire playthrough around moving this thing around until you can produce another one of them, and it takes a while to get that done. If you watched our last one, then you understand. If not, well, trust me, it takes a whole lot of time to get it done. Also, don't forget, the factory has to have the anvil in it to actually work or to even be built. So the entire time you're building the factory and creating the second anvil, you can't make anything else metal-wise because, well, the primitive ironworks has to get destroyed to get the anvil back. So really, really, really have to make sure we have a stockpile of the metal fasteners and saw blades and tools if we want to be using those. So suffice to say, this is a very important building. We want to be sure it can be used and used well. So it really should be close to either a mine or the scrap metal, or ideally both. But we haven't gone off this side of the dealio yet. Yes, that is the correct term, dealio. But yeah, I don't see really any good spots on this side of the river to get the scrap metal. So I think I'm just gonna have to leave this. Wait, what was I putting here? Mountain salt. Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to leave this on this other side here. Do I have a? Oh, we're full on storage for the logs. That's okay. That's why. Yeah, let's build some storage piles for the beavers to put their stuff in. I'd say I don't want to have too big of a space allocated for this. I guess we could just do medium piles. Not that big of a deal. I'll just pop 2 of those in there. That's fine. This one can end up being for logs. And then we're going to have one for coal at some point. So I'll just put that there. But what we'll end up doing, I'll just put more logs, put more stuff in here. We can have another primitive mine. We can put another one pretty easily right here. We just have to get rid of some of these extra trees. Actually, that would be a great spot for it, but currently we're a little busy. Little busy. Oh, you know what? I'm stupid. I'm dumb. I'm actually dumb. I didn't connect this with a path. And now we got a lot of thirsty beavers. That's no good. That's what that is. And it still says that we have no food because it's so inefficient just gathering with one farmhouse worker. That is kind of the reason why it's designed that way. So you can do the upgrade to get the assistant farmers who gather crops. They can't plant, but they can gather them. And then, of course, you can also do the stuff like, hey, we're going to put a nerdy attic in the farmhouse so they can go play Beaver D&D. I guess Tunnels and Humans is what this says. So they can be absolutely, completely unproductive to Beaver Society, but have a good time doing it. Anyway, I digress. Pop this back into a 2 times speed here. We gotta get them pumping here. Like, we've got a considerable amount of water that is not been pumped. In fact, we need to have another the plank tank. The plank tank, I should not have built that. Let's just get rid of that so I can have the other tank back. Yeah, I'll just put a second one of these here. It's fine. We got all of our planks back. We lost a little bit of pine resin, but that stuff's super easy to find. Yep. Alright, so now that these are both... Oh, they're both set to plant. Okay, well, we gotta have one of these guys do harvesting. For sure. Nobody's working to the cooking tent, which I guess is fine because we don't have enough to actually get that going anyway. But we've made some bad choices. We'll just, oh man, we'll just say that we've made some bad choices. But this is looking good here. Ah, I let that grow back in. I need to remember to have this marked for deletion. This new button is tripping me up because I have that muscle memory of going right here to get to the mark resources thing. So we can, like, I can just click on that and delete the rebel and it's just going to be gone instead of selecting it and hitting shift backspace or whatever the key combination is. It's fine. Now, this has not been cut down yet because, it's probably a little too far away. But I'm going to go ahead. I believe... Now, am I going to be able to... I'm not saying I'm going to commit to doing this. Oh no, you know what? I can't do that in this one because the smallest warehouse doesn't have a top to it. Well played. Oh, the gigantuan warehouse, I guess. This is a huge warehouse that stores a whole bunch of stuff. That's a newer thing in the mod that wasn't here last time. But yeah, we have a considerable amount of engineering to do to get here. We can build the crappy platforms. It just takes a ton of wood to get there until we can, you know, unlock stuff. So we are going to need to go ahead and do this so we can build the stairs, because we got to get up here. So we'll let them do that. That's going to bring us up to, I guess, about there. Get that hooked up. And that's going to get us... This is a couple hundred wood at this point, I think, to get all in on this, because this is such an inefficient recipe. I mean, on purpose, but they'll get that taken care of eventually, assuming they don't die of thirst or hunger. Because we made the stupid choice to neglect this for so long. Now the problem is the beavers are debuffed because they're hungry and thirsty, which means they work slower, which means it's going to be that much harder to recover. That's just the way it goes, man. You are never, ever going to be in for a super easy time with the water beavers. That is the truth. Yeah, so we'll get this hooked up here. We can at least get to the ruins to a certain extent. We will have to have some crappy log stairs or whatever you want to call those things going in there. At the very least, though, we do have some food. It's just not being done very efficiently, very quickly here. Coal storage, of course, that one was first. Let's just switch this to logs so we can actually, you know, get something done. We got problems, man. we got some stuff to work through. We'll be okay though. We just have to, you know, not die. All right, did they get rid of this? No, not yet. Okay. Well, that's really not the biggest priority anyway. Yeah, it's saying I got no storage for logs, which is technically not true now that I have this, but I guess, you know what? It actually could be talking about the pine resin, which I'm also extremely unconcerned about. But we have water now, and we have some food. We just have to get these beavers to, you know, not be completely stupid about stuff. Now, which one's not? Ah, this is water storage that wasn't selected. There we go. Yeah, I'm not so worried about this yet on cycle 2. But we're going to run into some problems pretty fast if we don't take care of that. We got berries we can take care of stuff with. We're looking okay on that. The clay pit, I'm going to go ahead for right now. Pause the clay pit. Oh, it's 96. It's fine. It's fine. We're not using the clay right now. I'm just burning the extra sawdust, which I have already completed. That means that's going to get paused. Like you can pause a fire anyway. But the sawdust at this point in the game doesn't really have much of a purpose besides growing mushrooms, which I did forget was a thing for a little bit, but somebody did leave a comment about that, or maybe a couple of you, on the first episode. And yeah, we need to be growing mushrooms, so that was definitely a what do the kids say these days? Unimaginable L take. Whatever, I don't know. The Gen Z slang has fundamentally altered my brain chemistry. It's not fine, but it's fine. I'm just gonna pop this guy in here, and we're gonna have the slow mushroom growth strategy is I actually should have looked at the recipes. Yeah, 3 logs, 20 water, 3 days, 8 hours, you get 40 mushrooms, or you can have sawdust. So we will start off with the logs on the long haul recipe, so to speak. And then, of course, we can switch that over to the sawdust one as soon as we have more sawdust. But we got to get this stuff going. And, like, you don't have to work here. Like it says, can function without workers. It can grow the mushrooms without a beaver being there. It just has to, you know, have the beaver put the stuff in there in the first place. But now we're running into the problem of we don't have enough beavers for all the jobs. Well, we're not just starting to run into that problem. We're just maybe slightly overzealous early game on getting some stuff done. But you know, it's okay. We do have rice balls though, which is exciting. That's a better food than just, you know, plucking cabbage out of the ground. And that is going to be nice to have. Of course, they're pretty much gone now. We do have to have some more beavers in here getting some salt. We right now just have these 2 guys doing it. But, you know, everything takes time. And the fewer beavers you have working on a resource, obviously the longer it's going to take to actually get anything done. So on and so forth. Gather flag still has... Oh, there's nobody working here. Okay. Well, the chestnuts are in there. We're not really using those. There's nothing going on here. See, these... Oh, okay, these are actually haulers. Well, we have one hauler here. So we could, in theory, start prioritizing by haulers. Do we have... We still don't have any bramble flowers. Oh, but that's finally there. Let's pop... Before the brambles can grow past this. Oh, I don't want to get rid of the sunflower. I want to harvest it. Well, I also do have to get rid of it so we can, you know, get through here. But, yeah, let's... Since we're already here, I need to cut a path. I don't need to demolish trees. I want to gather them. So we'll just mark that. Should be, hopefully okay. And everything is looking a little bit better as of right now. 16 out of 40 logs. That's going to take some time to get there. But at least we don't have any beaver. Oh, we have minor injury now. Who's got minor injury? It's probably this one right here. Stop so I can click on you. You could just pause the game and click on it. Well, that's not fun. All right. Obviously, it's not going to tell me how they got injured, but I don't think we're in a position right now. Yeah, we can't build medical beds yet. That's something we have to... Okay. That's what the half-fermented sake is for. Mostly causes them to stay in place for once in a while. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. But obviously we can't unlock this until we have science, which we can't unlock until we have the library built, which, you know, theoretically we can build right now, but I don't have the spare beavers to put in the log gnawing station to make 60 planks. That's going to take a while. we're just not there yet. Now, do note, we have the brain-stimulating mushrooms. Yeah, okay, I'm not going to say what that actually is, because my Manor Lord's live stream got demonetized for that. Yeah, let's keep that one hush-hush, but we all know what that is. But that you have to have badwater for that, which, can I just say, that is a fantastic implementation of the badwater as a resource. Because I was waiting for the base game to do that. It's like, there's got to be something you could do with the badwater that's... Okay, well, I shouldn't use the term cool in this context, whatever, but that's a very intriguing use of it. I guess is probably the correct way to go about saying that. The fermentation barrel still doesn't have any bramble flowers. Or is that because the gather... yeah, it's because the gather flag can't reach them. Alright, well, I can't be upset about that. That's okay. Who's over here in the middle of the night working on these flowers here? Pikempi. Thank you. You're doing the most here for us. In a good way. I guess that could be negative slang. I don't know. With every passing year, I become further and further disconnected from the youth. Okay, that's definitely outside the range of the lumberjack flag. Yeah, let's pop that right there. That should work. Hopefully a little bit better. Yeah, this lumberjack flag being all the way down here, that's not going to work. So I'm going to move you guys out of here. You as well. Tapper's flag can get demolished, and bet you can't guess what I'm going to do here. That's right, I'm going to plant more cabbage. Because we need to have cabbage. And Bomber 0815's in here now, making some slow mushrooms. Well, as soon as we get 100 water in here. Now, it takes 20 to start the process. So I think what I'm going to do... Okay, that's starting. I'm going to deprioritize the workplace priority. And of course, these are going to, you know, keep going. So that's fine. Now we can go do other stuff. But now we're going to have mushrooms, which, you know, I actually don't know if they are able to be eaten without being put in some other sort of recipe. So right now, of course, you know, the braised cabbage with the mushrooms, 3 cabbage, 3 mushroom, 7 braised cabbage. We're going to want to do that. Because that's not a recipe that uses water. We might actually want to switch over from the rice balls for a time. But for right now, honestly, it's looking pretty okay. We can't make another cooking tent until we have another clay pot, but I'm trying to save our resources here. Alright, so this is now ready to go. This can get cut down. This can get cut down. I do have all of these marked, right? Yes, but some of these are little baby trees, and we're not gonna wait to find out. So I will just go ahead and mark those for deletion. That's fine. It's the way it goes. But now we got a little bit more of a clear path here. But I gotta put in before the rest of the stuff goes in. All right, good. We have now the farmers can't get there because they're too far away. But we now have a clearer path to get to all of these wild brambles, so we can, you know, make kimchi. We have all this other stuff going on. But we also have trees over here we can cut down. We've got access to the pines for the resin and all of that good stuff. And sunflowers too, but again, we don't have, well, really much of anything else to do at this exact moment, aside from attempt to get some of this other stuff going here. There's 100, wow, there's 100 water stored in here. What are we waiting on? Is it just the salt? No, it's not the salt, it's the rice. Well, that's kind of surprising, because you would think... I guess we're just going to prioritize the rice paddy on this, this one farmhouse, see if they, end up going and grabbing any. Yep, okay, good. That's exactly working correctly there. Mushrooms are at a cool 41%. Good progress on that. Alright, now we just have this one tree here and this one tree here. And then we can start dumping all of our logs over here. And hopefully, now keep in mind we have these two crappy platforms to build. Hopefully we can get up here. Obviously, Cycle 2 drought is not going to be a problem. Cycle 3 temperate season is not going to be a problem. But it's very possible Cycle 4 is a bad tide. We're not going to find out today, obviously, because, you know, you have to go through it at a certain speed, and I'm not going to just turbo rush through everything. We're in medium. It's not turbo rush. It's like a, I don't know, moderate rush. Turbo rush would be the super speed here. You know, all things considered, we definitely could be in a much worse scenario right now. As soon as we have another 5 grains of rice, we can start another batch of the rice balls. Everything else is in order, but then after that, I'm going to switch this over to braised cabbage. Because we have the cabbage, and we're going to have the mushrooms within the next day or so. We're going to have 40 of those, which will make a pretty decent amount, I think. Take a look at our recipe here. Yeah, that's going to make math, definitely. 13? 13 times 7, yeah. Okay, we're going to be good if we can make braised cabbage. But I just want to make sure that this goes... Yeah, that's going to be fine. Just need to make that finish, and then we'll swap this over. Of course, pumpkin chips are impossible because we don't have pumpkins. Awful stew is... Well, that's awful. There is a function for it in the game. But no, we're not going to do that. Not going to make that happen. It's also worth noting that the recipes do continue during the night, which I think is a great change from the base game. It's very frustrating when stuff doesn't get made because the beavers are off running all over the place. Yep, another drought in 3 days. All right, so now we have 45 rice balls in here, which is nice. We don't have dedicated storage for those yet, but they can stay in the cooking tent. That's okay. And now the braised cabbage is starting, which, you know, we got 9% progress left to get the 40 mushrooms. So that's looking good. Oh good, we're just in time. Yeah, get this thing cut down. Gnaw on that like your life depends on it. And now we're connected, folks. It's going to take them a while to get over here. Well, relatively speaking, this is still, in the grand scheme of things, this is still a small settlement. But this is a pretty considerable distance. And in fact, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna just straighten this path a tiny bit here. Yeah, so now look at him go. Coming down here with the logs. Who is this? Pakempi again. All right. But yeah, crappy platforms have to just, you know, they gotta be a thing, man. You gotta do it. Gotta do that first baby step. So, where do we stand as of now? We got a drought coming in 3 days. actually, you know, the water situation's looking pretty good now that we can take it out of the cooking tent. We're not waiting on that. Cabbages and the mushrooms are over here now, which is nice. I guess... Did they eat the rest of the mushrooms? Huh. Oh, wow. Oh, no. They made the braised cabbage real quick. Okay, so now food security... I'm not going to say food security is, like, good to go now, but... certainly is looking better, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Man, I miss King of the Hill. Fantastic show. I used to be able to do a really good Hank Hill voice, but I don't think I can do that anymore. Regardless, we got stuff to do, man. I can't be wasting my time and your time doing this. I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to start moving this pit and ladder lodge over here. So that's haulers with a side door. And then we have a hauler tower segment, which I think we're going to want to do. Just as a reminder, I don't think the rotation of this matters, but I always like to get this stacked up nicely, of course. This is oriented in such a way where everything matches, but when we get, for example, up to this next one, we can rotate pretty much whatever direction and have the side exit, which is what we're going to end up doing, making the warehouse entrance and the pit and ladder lodge entrance kiss, quote unquote. But we're not at the point where we need all this quite yet. We'll just let them build that. Get everything connected here. Yeah, and then of course this will come up to here, and we're gonna turn this other one around up here, so of course we'll have access to this ledge. You know, it's one of those things where it's good to have options, right? All right, are we still... Okay, good. That one's done. Now we can come in with this crappy platform. We're going to be fine. We have a lot of logs. This is going to use probably most of them. Oh, you know what we don't have is we don't have any pine resin because I got rid of that guy so I could plant more stuff. So the tapper's flag is going to have to come back. I'm going to pop this right here just for the reason that that's going to be an important place for that to go. I'm not going to move the water pump yet because we don't have the upgrade, so it would be pointless to destroy this building. But eventually we do want to take care of that. Get these next to each other, at least 2 next to each other, so we can, you know, have the upgrades in between. And then possibly, depending on how this is set up, we might want to put in later to get 3 wide. Might want to put in, I think you can do it on the... Not the dam pieces. I always get the names mixed up. Levees. But those are a little bit more involved to build in this game. And then, of course, you have the terrain block, which is just basically, all right, I have nothing else to do with dirt. I'm just going to chuck 1,000 pieces of it at the ground and build more ground, which, honestly, is kind of cool. We actually had problems to getting rid of the dirt in the last playthrough, even though I'd placed a ton of these. I guess it's just one of those things. But that's fine. So right now, we're not actually building this... Pekempi is the only builder currently. I don't have enough beavers to really do much of anything else. But you know, we're not in a race against time yet. We still got a little bit, but we might want to start taking a look at ways we can more effectively utilize our beaver resources. I can't call it human resources because they're not humans, but you get the idea. Now we do need to go ahead. Oh no, it's infinitely functioning, I guess, because we already loaded it up. That's good. I was afraid I was going to have to bring somebody back in here to actually take a look at stuff. Alright, we've got rice stored. Cabbages. Somehow the harvesting is just slow. I know that's kind of an intended function. Not really much else we can do about it. Now, I want them to build this, but we really, really should get to this one first. Alright, what can I get away with? Megan Dawson here. Are you, do you have another lumberjack? I don't think you do. Alright, well, I'm going to pause this. And I'm going to hire... Oh! Why is it taking another, Oh, well, we can, you know, we can go, like, turbo mode on this thing. Now, if I can have 3... Oh, I got 4. Alright. Oh, you know what I forgot? Oh, no. I did it again. I did it again. Alright, here we go. Cue cries of, that's not how you're supposed to play the game. It's fine. It's okay. We're gonna be okay. Just take a deep breath. Just take a deep... What is this? Advanced warm storage. Yep, there it is. Heat is provided for free and forever by a massive rod of low-grade, quote-unquote, radioactive matter in the center of the tower. Yeah, the 50 nuclear waste. Oh yeah, what do you do? Oh yeah, I wouldn't put all the nice prep food in the advanced warm storage. Oh cool. Yeah, how do they heat that? Oh, it's toxic waste. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, sounds good. I need help. This is so bad. All right. This is now priority numero uno. We have half a working day left. And I got to get this lodge built, and we don't have any pine resin. Okay. Oh, there's pine resin on the ground. But I don't have any storage space for it, so it's all right, crappy warehouse. Can you store pine resin? I can't see. Yes. Okay. So now, okay, are we all en route to the brown crappy platforms? I think we are. Yeah, if we let all this water go away, we're gonna be some deep stuff. It's gonna be bad news. Bad news. Are we gonna have to do an all-nighter again? No, I think we might be okay. Now let's also not forget I can't have this completed until basically the drought's already here. But oh, we don't have any pine resin. No. Oh, there's pine resin here, but it's it's on the ground. Oh no. Okay, so oh, this is bad. It's time for quitting for the day. But guess what? No, it's not. We're we're working overtime tonight, boys. Get in here. All right, bring me some pine resin, man. Come on. We're going to be so screwed if they don't bring this pine resin over here. All right. All right. Put it in. Good. All right. Take this before I forget, because I will forget. Take that back down to 16. We're going to get a little bit of flooding, but it's definitely going to be worth it, because we're going to have our water. And it'll go away at some point. All right, another 3-day drought. Take this out of super panic turbo mode. Look at this. We actually have water. That is pretty cool. So that's actually going well. Log stairs are here. Oh, we're trekking up here now. This is the next, looks like the next destination. Yep. Then they'll be able to make it there. Get rid of that. And then that's, yeah, that's going to be good. The only problem now is that this is a 2-block high here. I don't have room to build any more stairs. I actually don't have any more room to build any more stairs. How did I get myself into this one? Because this is going to be 1x2, and 1x2 here is going to dump me off there. No, I'm going to have to have science to get over here. But at the very least, I guess the badwater can come off this side. It's still going to kill everything. But it is cycle 2. I guess it's probably okay. Alright. We're going to just choose not to worry. What did I have this set to? Coal? Alright, we got to get metal going, man. We absolutely cannot wait. We got to get... Because we got to be able to build dams. Let's see. I guess I'll switch this over to coal, especially because we're not making the rice balls anymore. Yeah, I think that's going to be fine. We want to get the ruins. Well, we can actually make, I believe. Oh no, that's the primitive smelter we have to build to make scrap metal out of iron and coal. Huh. At least we have mushrooms. I think. Okay, they're still doing slow mushroom things. Braised cabbage is looking pretty good. You know what? We don't need to have 2 in the cooking tent. I think we can be just fine with 1. But, yeah, let's... We got coal coming out here. I was going to build the second... yeah, let's do that. I was going to build the second mine there. We already have this taken care of here, so we can get over here. We can get these wild brambles. In fact... if we want to have kimchi, we got to get that going sooner rather than later. Let's just go ahead and put in a, not a tapper's flag, gatherer's flag here. Just going to get chestnuts. I don't think there's any chestnut trees here. Oh, no, there are. Okay. Yeah. Casual. Chestnuts, lemons, berries, bramble flowers, red grapes, minty bamboo shoots. We don't have either of those last 2. I wonder why not white grapes. I don't know anything about grapes. Maybe there's a difference. People don't eat white grapes. I see in a supermarket there's black grapes and red grapes for sale. I never see the white grapes for sale, so maybe that... I don't know. I'm not a wine connoisseur or anything. But let's see. This is paused, and that's fine. This getting coal is fine. This is where the... Oh, that's where the mountain salt goes. The coal goes over here. But this one, I think we're going to want to... Going to go ahead and, at the very least, have that taken care of. To have 1 more mine. So we can get the iron out of there. Because it might actually be easier for us to just use the primitive smelter for right now. Because of just the annoyance of having to build a bunch of stairs to get to all this stuff. If I'm building stairs, if I'm using my energy on building stairs, it's going to be these stairs to get up here. And then I got to figure out... So that's part of the fun of early game water beavers is figuring out how to do the height challenges without just stacking a bunch of warehouses on each other. You have to actually try. The staircases are all locked behind science, and I can't cheese anything, man. I'm so used to the ladder is 800 science. It's going to take forever to get to. Is just not a great situation for us here. But the good news is we are full on water for our capacity currently. Food's looking good. I got 21 beavers, more on the way. We're looking for pine resin for the pit and ladder lodge here. I do have the gatherer flag here. But I don't have a tapper's flag. I did not put that one back in. I don't think. Well, I guess let's just check here. Oh, I do have a tapper's flag. And it's all the way over here, and doesn't seem like they're doing anything. No, but there's pine resin to be tapped, so I guess they're just not doing that right now, so alright, whatever. Okay, you are tired. Yeah, no kidding. You've been going all over the place. Yeah, definitely go to bed. I wish we could get this pit and ladder lodge done. Because I kind of want a population boom right about now. Get more empty beds so they can make more beavers. But we'll go ahead and get through the rest of this drought here. We're coming up on about an hour. Try to keep these about that length. Because I don't want to scare people off too bad. I don't know. I guess there's a school of thought that would lead me to believe that maybe I should have my first couple episodes of the series be, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Bring in more casual viewers. But then I got to thinking about it. Why should I make something different from how everything else is just to try and bait people into watching it? No, if you want to watch it, you're going to watch it. So that's why the first episode was like an hour and 20 minutes. It's like, you're going to understand what we're about here. All right. So that's all good to go. Now we got all this extra space. So they're going to get up here and build this tower segment as well. These are, once again, haulers and haulers. I don't need any more builders right now. But I am going to get rid of this one because this is really not a great spot for this. We want to have other more vital infrastructure in place. And we want to keep having this go up. So this, once it has enough logs... Oh! We don't have any more logs. Okay, let's unpause that. I guess... Okay, no, we've already created additional baby beavers to very quickly fill the slots we've got here. So I guess that's fine. Who else can I get rid of here? That. I might as well just go ahead and mark all of these Everblossoms that are out here. That should be okay. We'll get our logs going. Other lumberjack flag is all the way down here. Why not? No. That doesn't need to be there. That's a terrible spot for a lumberjack flag. We can definitely... Please don't crash. Thank you. We can definitely move that up to... Actually, right here is probably slightly better. But what I really honestly should do is have them able to chop these brambles down. I mean, it'll take you all day to do it, but you do get wood from it. We still don't have bramble flowers? Are you serious? Why are you not gathering... Okay, I guess I should have told them to prioritize bramble flowers. Alright, so that's going to work. Just like that, we're through the drought. I kind of forgot that was... that was not going to take that long of a period of time. Primitive mine there is going to need to have a plank going on. So I will go ahead and get that set up. I literally just need one plank to go in here. This pit and ladder lodge, I don't have the extra thing on top yet, so that's the way it is. I'll just lower that priority so we have somebody else coming in here to work in the log gnawing station. And this should be the start of cycle 3. So, you know, early progress in water beavers is kind of slow. But before we say goodbye on this episode, let's just recap what we've done. We've, of course, planted more cabbages. We finally started making the rice balls, and then now the braised cabbages. Got mushrooms going. Got a little bit more housing. We got our staircase up to the top here is underway. We just have this one. Actually, it's basically finished. So they could actually get rid of this while we're sitting here talking. Yep. Who's coming up here? IFS. Gonna do the honors for us. Get that whole thing fixed up, and then probably gonna go back and take a rest. But somebody else will come up here and start taking these barriers apart, which is very, very exciting and good. Oh, what a legend, man. What a legend. Going right on to the next job. No regard for taking a rest or whatever. We're going to have water coming out here and coming out here, which, you know, doesn't really do anything for us right now, but that is one step closer toward having the badwater situation a little bit more under control. I just wish I could get upstairs here. Is there anywhere? There's nowhere I can... Actually, we're not cavemen. We have technology. Can I have... oh, you know what? We're thinking with portals now, folks. Guess what I have down here? I've got explosives. Do I have more than one? I do. I've got 2. Not that really matters. It's not that hard to make. But I was thinking about this wrong the whole time, because guess what? Beavers can walk on these blockages. So I actually shouldn't have gotten rid of this. Oh well. Let's cancel demolishing this. Cause what we're gonna do, friends. What we're gonna do is we're gonna build we're gonna build some stairs here. And then at the top of the stairs we're gonna put a little dynamite. Oh, this is bad stuff, dude. I got too much power now. But we're going to blow this up, because then I could just, you know, stairs. Then we got lemon trees up here. And berries, and then, more importantly, I can get all the way over to this side and start, well, trying to get a dam going. So, like, look at us, man. Look at us. We're I'm not going to say we're smart, but we're getting there. So that's a whole thing. But you know what we didn't do is we didn't build our primitive ironworks. We didn't even build it after all that. I'd kind of was kind of looking for a place to put it that would make sense. I guess I mean, it doesn't really matter. We can go ahead and wait, hold on. Did I do a stupid to myself? So there's something about the tools. No, okay, I'm misremembering things. But let's put that there. Hey, remember when I said I was going to end the episode at an hour, and now it's past an hour, and I'm still placing stuff down? Yeah, good times. But I wanna see this get done. So we'll wait for them to take care of all the rest of this stuff. But yeah, I guess that's what we're doing. Is we're coming up here. We're gonna build some stairs and then put a dynamite down, so I can take care of it. We're gonna build these stairs and then immediately have to take them down so I can actually get to something else. But yeah, suffice to say, oh no, I forgot again. Of course we can't have the lodge still here. Why would I have ever why would I have thought otherwise? Sorry, the best Alex. You gotta go somewhere else. we gotta get rid of the lodge again. This is why I really should have had the oh no, this is more water. Okay, it'll go away. I don't want the cabbages to die. This is why I should have had the primitive ironworks built a lot sooner than I did. Oh, I gotta turn this back on too, but I don't have any spare beavers. How are we looking up here? 2 out of 20. Oh, please don't get caught behind this. All right, this is gonna be a thing. We're just gonna have to wait till next episode to do that. We've got so much other stuff going on, and I don't want to be too disrespectful of your time. Just a little bit disrespectful of it. That keeps it it keeps it interesting. Oh man, but I digress. We made some good progress today. Plenty more to get to. This is such an exciting mod. I'm so glad we're doing this again, and I'm glad that you're here with us to watch and follow along. As always, I do read the comments. If you have any questions, feedback, helpful advice, etc., please do leave that below. Very much enjoy interacting with you guys down there. And also want to make sure we acknowledge the Beard Boosters for their contributions, making it possible to keep making these videos and having such a fun time with everybody. So, again, huge thanks to those folks. We are going to have streams later today as of the release of this video, Saturday, and then Sunday as well. And coincidentally, well, not coincidentally, this was on purpose, but I did launch a very brief survey to gauge interest for streams over the summer regarding date and time, and games that we're going to be playing and all that fun stuff. So I will have a link for that in the description. If you are planning on watching streams, please do go fill that out. If you're not planning on doing streams, then that would be a huge waste of your time to do it. So maybe don't do that. But I would love to have you out to check out what we have going on in live streams. We always have a fun time. Very nice folks. Just chilling, relaxing, playing some games, and sometimes derailing with discussions in chat. But hey, that's what live streams are about. So if you want to fill that out, that would be great, so I can have a better idea of what time people are available to watch stuff and what you want to see. Because I want to try and do a whole lot more streaming this summer. It's a lot of fun, and if we can have a regular schedule set up, then that's going to make it that much easier for people to get involved, instead of guessing, hey, we haven't had a stream this week, when are you going to stream? And I'm sitting here going, I don't know. Well, no, I want to know, and I want you to know too. So would appreciate you if you'd take care of that for me, and also if not, then that's fine too. I'm glad you're here for whatever you choose to watch. Whatever it is you're doing with the rest of your day, I hope you have a fun and a safe time. So we'll see you next time, whether that is in a stream or in another episode of Water Beavers or any of our other stuff. We've got plenty more content coming, trying to get back onto daily uploads as well. But yeah, very, very thankful for you. Again, just have a fantastic rest of your day. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.